Imagine waking up in a room with sunlight on your face, your pet running freely, and music playing without someone calling you in 10 seconds. All without having to say goodbye to 30% of your salary on the first day of every month. With these savings, you could buy a new iPhone, headphones, or Xbox, or perhaps open your own store one day. However, it is unlikely to occur within the next decade. But what if we had the perfect solution that would allow you to retire from housing rent once and for all? You can have a space where you can express your authentic vibe without somebody yelling at your ears over a single nail hole. But it all comes down to how well you do in planning out your housing goal. As Proverbs 21:5 says, "The plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty." Keep watching to the end to discover a strategy that meets your housing goals without dropping you from cloud 9 in seconds. 1. Look for an affordable and realistic housing solution. Begin by selecting the type of house you want, as well as the profit and loss for each of them. Whether you choose a ranch-style home, a salt box, a carriage house, or a contemporary architecture-inspired house, conduct a SWOT analysis for each of them. If you have a limited budget, consider prefabricated homes from companies such as Boxable. These are manufactured in factories and then assembled by corporate staff in a matter of hours. They are quite modern as they include a modular kitchen, air conditioners, a washing machine, and every other amenity you might want. All you need is a water pipe connection and an electricity cable, and you're ready to go. One of the most advantageous aspects of them is that you can add one more container or block if your family grows. If your child has moved out, you can have it removed and enjoy the open grass space. They are even 10–20% less expensive than other standard residences. Elon Musk paid $50,000 for one from Boxable in 2022. In a nutshell, choose a housing type that corresponds to your preferences. 2. Make a budget for home loans. Once you've decided on a house, start investigating how much you'll be paying off each month when you move in. Set aside your grocery, rent, shopping, government, and all other expenses, and calculate how much you're saving right now. Consider taking the next step only after you feel you can afford it. Another factor to consider in your budget that many people overlook is hidden costs. You can see if you're thinking of buying a house. Registration fees, according to Trainio.com, account for 0.20–0.5% of the house's value. There are also fees such as stamp duty, home appraisal, property taxes, title costs, and others. So make sure you go over every one of them ahead of time. You've probably opened your app store and read about budgeting applications like Mint, EveryDollar, and YNAB. Make sure to at least give them a shot, maybe only a month, to see if they make any difference in your financial life. Although the professionals typically recommend that you should be saving at least 20% of your monthly income, as we are attempting to get the task done in a short time, try to adjust it properly. Last but not least, the cost of remodeling or updating is something that most people try to avoid. Even if you obtain a castle, not everything will be to your taste. And some people accept this after only a few weeks of living in a house. So what could be better than having some money set up in case such modifications are required? Make your budget based on all factors, not simply what buyers and sellers say on the internet. 3. Maintain a 6-month emergency EMI money. Assume you will be paying $200 per month when you purchase a house. The easiest approach to avoid regretting you is to save a 12-month emergency fund of $12,000 in a safe place. After saving this much money, make a fixed deposit. You don't even need to look at it. God forbid, but if you do lose your work, this emergency cash will come in handy. It would not only help you cover your EMIs, but it would also help you maintain your credit score. By the way, while we're talking about it, you should have a credit score of at least 750. It will also aid you in obtaining cheaper interest rates. 4. Understand the down payment component And now for the biggest chunk to swallow. Begin by properly comparing the home loans offered by several banks. We feel nobroker.com can be of enormous help to you in this commitment. As you can see, it all boils down to whether you want a floating or fixed interest rate. There are pre-approval loan fees, processing fees, late payment fees, and even pre-closure expenses that must be considered carefully. These are factors that have a significant impact on your borrowing power. Typically, bank loans cover around 85–90% of your home's value, leaving the remainder on your shoulders to put down as a down payment. In addition, there is more to the story. You can even apply for a joint home loan with your partner, children, or even your parents if you choose. However, the bank will also evaluate their credit score, income, and other important aspects. So make sure that is something you think about ahead of time. 5. Take advantage of all you can. There are, of course, tax advantages if you have a bank loan. Even if you take out a combined mortgage, you will benefit from it. Aside from that, if possible, employ the lump sum payment option to cancel the contract sooner than necessary. Let us explain in this way. Assume you receive a bonus, an inheritance, or an extra commission on a side project. Instead of spending it on a party, pay it to the bank to reduce the strain of your home loan. A lot of people often rent out their homes to receive a monthly payment that may be used to pay down their loans. If you feel comfortable doing so, you must first review the regulations before registering your house on Airbnb. Finally, purchasing a home before the age of 40 may appear to be something only a millionaire can do, but it is not as difficult as it appears. You'll be able to buy your property in no time if you start investing and developing your assets while using all of these sensible tactics. Now that we've made you fantasize about a secure future, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. In our upcoming video, we'll be introducing something revolutionary. Do subscribe to the channel to be notified about that. Keep an eye out.